Good morning. I'm Matthew Gingras here with my co-host Evan Shepard, and here is today's news on Scsn.
To our first story today, in less than 2 months, the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympic Games will officially begin. However, several nations, including the U.S., have announced a diplomatic boycott of the event. The U.S., along with a few other countries, have accused the Chinese government of human rights abuses against millions of ethnic minorities living in the autonomous territory of Xinjiang, allegations which China denies. Other countries, including Canada, Britain, and Australia, have joined the United States in this boycott. A spokesperson for the Chinese Foreign Ministry said, "The U.S. should stop politicizing sports and stop disrupting and undermining the Beijing Winter Olympics." Despite the U.S. government not sending any officials to Beijing, U.S. athletes will still attend the Games with the government's full support. This shows just how dedicated these athletes are to what they do. This is why we will be handing this over to reporter Caitlin Allen to show us how much work actually gets put into these winter sports and interviewing some local athletes about the Olympics.
Thank you, Evan. I'm Caitlin Allen here at the local skating rink, and I'm going to interview a couple of people about their sports and a couple Olympic-related questions. Let's get right to it. All right, I'm here with
Joel Dodson.
All right, Joel, do you skate for a hobby or for a sport?
I skate for both a hobby and a sport. I've played ice hockey since I was real little, 5. I started skating when I was 3, and yeah, pretty much.
Sounds like you're pretty dedicated.
Yeah, I spend a decent amount of time off ice and on ice.
All right, so have you ever thought about going to the Olympics before?
I've not, actually, until this moment, because most of the time those kids spend an enormous amount of the time off ice and on ice practicing and are ready for pretty much the NHL, AHL, college hockey. They could play any level.
Yeah, they're pretty dedicated. Do you know the U.S. was boycotting the Olympics this year?
I did not, actually.
They're boycotting it because the Winter Olympics are being held in Beijing, China this year, and no officials are being sent with the athletes.
Well, not going to say the U.S.'s decision is probably not very good on that, but maybe next year, but never know.
All right, thank you for your time. I'm going to send this back to the studio with Matt and Evan.
Thank you, Caitlin. Now coming back to Massillon for our local story. The Massillon Public Library is holding a book sale on December 11th in the Book Garage. I'm going to hand it over to our on-scene reporter, Tommy Collins, to give you more about the event.
Thank you, Matt. I'm here at the Massillon Public Library to tell you more information about the book sale going on right now. They'll be selling paperbacks, hardbacks, CDs, and more. I really suggest for you guys to come out here and go check it out. Now back to the studio with Matt and Evan.
All right, everyone. This concludes today's stories. I'm Evan, here with Matthew, and this was Scsn.